We are going to talk about food. So, the first time I came to the United States, one of the first things I tried here were tacos.
Oh my God.
Tacos.
I was drinking lots of caramel frappuccinos and macchiatos.
We don't have Starbucks in Ukraine, and Starbucks is just like if I go back in Ukraine, I'm not skinny. I'm fat there.
Okay.
Like, I don't fit in size medium in Ukrainian sizes.
Fried chicken with waffles and syrup.
First of all, why would you eat fried chicken in the morning? I tried Indian food for the first time here. I've never had it. Biscuits and gravy.
What? Biscuits and gravy are the best.
Mac and cheese. I don't even know what it is. Again, I love Los Angeles. I love all the foods. It is incredibly hard to stay in shape here.
You're listening to Just Fake It Coming to LA podcast. Now here are your hosts, Nora and Maryna.
Hey everyone, this is Just Fake It podcast coming to LA with me, Nora and Maryna.
Hi guys. And today we have an exciting topic that makes me salivate.
The topic makes you salivate. This is exciting. What are we going to talk about? Da-da-da-da.
We are going to talk about food,
Yes,
but not just food, right?
not just food, because we're talking about our first impressions when we came to America and when we tried the food first time. I'll be honest with you, I couldn't find what I can eat.
Okay. So
Like-
you had troubles.
So for example, when I go to supermarket here, right,
Yeah.
it's like a different planet to me,
Oh, it is
especially
different
back then. And a lot of people are buying like this pre-made kind of stuff, like mac and cheese with a powder, and then you just
Yeah.
stir it with the powder and water, and that's boom, you have the mac and cheese. All you have to do is boil it. And then bagels and cream cheese is such a unique thing for the States, because if you think about it, in my country I never knew what the bagel is.
Okay, yeah.
Or cream cheese,
So,
right?
no,
So-
cream cheese we have, but
yeah, but not a brand Philadelphia cream cheese
no,
kind of
we
thing.
do, we do.
Yeah,
But anyway, no, for me, I remember again.
I'm just from the
When I-
village. We don't have that.
No, when I first came to the States and I went to supermarket, and I remember like the first couple months I would just go to supermarket for fun because well, first of all, I love shopping and like all the shopping, right? Not only clothes shopping but also like grocery shopping, and it's so different. It's like from the movie. So I would go to supermarket to have fun and just like look at everything, and it's such a huge variety of things.
Yes.
That like I couldn't buy products because it's like so many options that you get lost and you like I don't know what I need anymore.
I had a traumatic experience my first half, like a year to a year in LA when I arrived, because back home I never really worked out. The food we do not divide by organic or non-organic because everything is organic. So whatever I eat, even food, even like bread,
Yes.
the bread doesn't have as much gluten like bread has here.
Yeah.
So it's not as heavy. So I was consuming bread. I was consuming meats, like real butters, lactose, milk, whatever. I grew up on that. As I said, I'm a farm girl, and I never had problems with weight. I even always was kind of skinny.
Okay. Well, you probably also have good genetics.
Okay, maybe that part too. But guess what?
Okay.
My first 6 months, I gained 20 pounds, at least 20. Yes, I have this like pictures where my face is massive, like my
Exactly.
humps, let's say, my blessings are massive, right? And at some
Yes.
point, and I was going to film school and I'm an actress. At some point, my classmate came up to me and there was like a pilot about to be shot and they
Okay.
wanted to cast me and all that stuff. I was so excited.
Yeah.
And at some point, he comes to me, he's like, "So, are you going to do something with yourself?"
I like how open he is.
I was like,
but-
"What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, you kind of gained lots of weight. Like your face is huge. And imagine the camera makes your face even
Yeah,
bigger.
even
So
bigger, of course.
guys, whatever you see now in the camera, you think we're like maybe bigger, but in fact, in life, we're not as big.
We're much skinnier. We're much
ve-
better.
Petite. We're petite. We're tall though. We are.
No, but still, like even okay. Here is another cultural difference kind of thing. Like back in Ukraine, like let's say if I go back in Ukraine, I'm not skinny. I'm fat there.
Okay.
Like I don't fit in size medium in Ukrainian sizes. So
Well, yeah, European sizes are petite, even in modeling
it's
business.
like all the girls are so skinny there.
In modeling business in Europe,
Yes.
like models from the States like models to have like some sort of, butts and
Yes.
something. In Europe, everything is super flat, and
Super flat.
lots of US models, like top models in US, cannot
Yeah.
probably work on the like as much in Europe
European
because
market, yeah.
European market is all about being petite.
Or same Asian market, I believe, right? I know that
Asian market as
a
well.
lot of models go to China,
Yes.
right, to work. But circling back to food,
Yes.
yeah.
So I gained 20 pounds.
Okay, me too. Same
Same.
here. It's just like
You know why and how?
I-
First of all, I didn't know. Listen, McDonald's and like KFC probably opened in my country maybe 5 years ago. So I personally didn't grow up with the
Okay.
fast food culture at all.
okay.
So when I came here, I was living literally next to In-N-Out. And exactly. So every night after school, I didn't have time to cook. So I was just like grabbing double and the strawberry milkshake, thinking it's okay.
For sure.
Thinking it's okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, and in school, in NIFA where we went to school,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we had a huge variety of healthy products in the cafeteria either. It was like this, like still
Okay.
bread sandwiches, bread paninis,
Okay.
even teriyaki, it's lots of sauce. Sauce has lots of sugars, right?
Okay.
You don't want to drink just water. You want to drink and I was drinking lots of caramel frappuccinos and macchiatos because also I didn't grow up with the Starbucks.
Yes, same. We don't have Starbucks in Ukraine, and Starbucks is just like, like now the pumpkin spice
Right,
latte
spice
season
latte.
started, and when I just came,
Mm-hmm.
and before that, I remember this little throwback. I was watching this TV show, the Scream Queens or whatever. Doesn't matter, but they were like always drinking this pumpkin spice lattes, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna be just like them, just with my pumpkin spice latte.
it's just
but
the culture.
that thing has like what 500 calories in it. So
Listen,
if you think.
the Frappuccino, I don't know how much, but like it's like 600, 700 calories at least. And I was doing it every day. So when I gained 20 pounds, I became so insecure.
Yeah.
And I started, having thoughts about like bulimia. I wanted to throw up my food because everybody else, even the catering service, like as a students, we used to gather together for
Yes.
like some, nights in our apartment just to talk, People would order like noodles, people would order pasta.
Yes.
And every single time, like brownies. And every single time I ate it, I felt so guilty. And I started working out. Plus, I didn't know how to work out because of
Okay, because you
like,
never worked
I
out.
never really,
Okay.
I never ever still don't have a membership to gym
Wow.
because
Lucky you.
no, it's not like lucky me. I do my own thing. I do yoga, I
Yeah.
do Pilates, I do all of that stuff, but I never really knew how to use
Okay.
the machines.
Yeah.
So me and my classmates started working out together, and I felt so horrible because everything was just so bad. And then I went back home. I was fat. I was little, not fat, but I was fat, in my opinion.
Well, yes,
And then-
comparing to what you were before.
And then
Okay.
after I came back to LA to continue working, I realized, okay, I'm going to change something. So the first thing, guys, I did, if you ever read the book Atomic Habits, you understand that habits, you cannot just say, hey, I'm going to work out today 3 hours. I'm going to lose like 3,000 calories and I'm going to do this every day. It's impossible. You got to...
Yes, but
Yeah, but you're going to gain it
Gradually.
back gradually.
Yeah.
So what I started, I knew that I'm not the best in workouts. So I started with my food.
okay.
So I completely replaced all the sodas. I knew no sugar.
Yes.
So I minimized sugar. I even stopped drinking like orange juice because every juice has sugar.
Absolutely.
So I decided to drink coffees without sugars, no more
Yes.
frappuccinos. If it's a latte, then no sugar, no
Yes.
syrup, nothing. Or just 1 pump of vanilla or 2
Okay.
pumps of vanilla.
Okay.
Then boiling your eggs instead of frying your eggs. Having oatmeals, without sugars, maybe honey max, yogurts
Okay.
without sweeteners. So all of that stuff.
Yeah.
When it comes to bread, also I cut some bread as well. And I
Yeah.
started just doing, yogas and just walking
Okay.
around a lot. So in like half a year to a year, I lost so much weight that I became even thinner than I came to America. And then, yes. Thank you so much for your help. And then, that's what happened. And slowly but gradually, I kind of gained healthy habits. I wouldn't say that I became a person who like drinks oat milk or almond milk, like it's very popular in LA, right? I'm still like a whole milk person.
Yeah. No,
I'm
too.
still like I'm gonna eat the croissants kind of
Yes.
person. I'm gonna eat the bread and the meats, whatever, because I like it, why would I say no?
No, absolutely. You can't limit yourself completely because otherwise you're not going to enjoy your life. You still need to
Exactly.
enjoy, right? But you have to kind of figure out like priorities. And for me, for example, the best thing, like you were talking, that's the best thing. I think it works for pretty much everybody is try not to get calories from your drinks.
Yes.
Like, keep eating
Water.
whatever you're eating, but like try to avoid getting calories from your drinks. And that's already going to cut like 1,000 calories.
Exactly.
is
Drinks
true.
and then the bread. For example, when there is the 4th of July in America, right? And
Yeah.
everybody's just making hot dogs and like burgers. I love barbecue
yeah.
though. I love meat. I think American barbecue, when I was in Texas, I was eating barbecue.
Okay.
I felt it's the best thing in the world. I absolutely admire, love, and I'm happy that I can every single time just to access that here, because
Okay.
if I'm back home, that's different. Like I can't
Yeah.
find American barbecue. But when it comes to, let's say, burgers, or when it comes to hot dogs, I never finish my bread.
Okay.
I just eat like one patty instead of two.
Okay, well, which is fine. Yeah, you
Which is
just find
fine.
whatever works for you. And
Yeah.
again, if it's 4th of July, if it's something that people do, it's okay to eat a burger or a hot dog, on this day and like enjoy life and have fun with everybody, right?
My motto is everything is fine to eat, to consume,
Yeah.
right? As long as it's in the golden middle.
Yeah.
You don't overdo it, or you do it every day, because guess what? Diet Coke is even worse than a regular Coke.
Love that.
I know, I love Diet Coke too. I love it, but it's cancerogenic.
Oh,
Yeah,
cancer.
it can cause cancer or
All
something.
right, let's
like
not
that.
talk about
But
it.
we got to think about what we consume, right?
Okay,
But we
no, that
don't
is
think
true.
about it as much because we're always on the go. We're just grabbing things. So just to create a culture of having a good habit, like, okay, I also drink soda sometimes. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, but I don't buy it to my home.
Okay.
If I have soda and chips in my pantries, meaning that I will eat them.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I try to keep and maintain my physiques is by not snacking with
Okay.
this kind of stuff. But I have lots of fruits and vegetables.
right.
Like if I want to snack on something, I can just, have
That's
an apple.
great. But okay, coming back to basically cultural differences and what was surprisingly good for you when you first arrived, right? We talked about supermarkets, but then
Yeah.
have you tried some foods that like surprised you and you never tried before when you came here?
Lots.
Okay, what was
Yeah.
like the first thing you remember? It's like, whoa.
Oh God, pepperoni pizza. I mean, I've tried it before, but I was so surprised that here is such a culture, like
Yeah.
gathering, and your friends are inviting you, right?
Okay.
And they're like, "We're gonna have dinner in my place." I'm like, "Okay," and then I thought that they cooked, but then you come and they're like, "Oh, pizza is almost here." I'm like, "Wait a minute! I thought you kind of
Okay.
invited me for dinner." In my opinion,
Okay.
dinner is like I'm making dinner. There's a table set, and it's like, no,
Alright.
pizza guy is coming.
Pizza, okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of a cool culture where you can just kind of order pizza. And I mean, in our country, it's the same thing. But when I was growing up, it wasn't a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it depends what kind of party you have. It's like if it's a dinner party, or if it's just a regular party where like they don't want you to get drunk.
I'm talking about the student years when everybody
Yeah.
don't really have a place to stay and stuff like that. It's more like a student cultural thing. But what about you? What was your first impression?
Okay, so the first time I came to the United States, and one of the first things I tried here that I've never even heard before were tacos.
Oh my God.
Tacos. Like we did not have Mexican food back in Ukraine at all. Now there's more Mexican places opening, but again, they're not like genuinely Mexican. They're more like Tex-Mex, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember, and my first tacos, they were somewhere in Hollywood from this taco truck. And I remember actually my husband took me there. He wasn't my husband at that point of time. He was a friend. And he took me and my friend to this taco truck. And I'm like, are we going to get food from the truck?
I
like,
know.
Okay, another thing, right? We don't have the food trucks, really.
We don't. It's not allowed. In my country, one person, yes, he started a buzz, like
Okay.
food buzz kind of thing. No, it was not allowed because of sanitary restrictions.
Oh.
Because you have to, in our countries, the sanitary restrictions for the restaurants are different than in America. That's why
okay.
even now, I have this thing where I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to buy street food here as much.
Same, because we don't have the culture of street food. We don't have the
We do
food
have the
trucks.
culture, but they're all stational.
Yeah,
They're
it
not-
is. They still kind of build like this little houses. I don't know how to say it, right?
Yeah,
Or
little like
something.
boutique cafes,
Yes.
whatever, but never is anything on the wheels. And trust
Yeah.
me, some of the food trucks here are award-winning food trucks.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like, they're great.
I work with a couple food trucks. I do content for them, and again, they feed me a lot. And it's actually funny enough. It is a Mexican food truck, and they always feed me tacos and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, the happiest person in the world. But anyway, I tried my first tacos, and I was like, this is so good.
I know.
It is so great. It's amazing because I'm also the person. I have this thing in me. I don't know why, but I love making sandwiches out of like everything. If I see things on the table and I see that I can make a sandwich out of it, I will make a sandwich out of it. I
Okay.
don't know why.
Don't leave anything on the table.
I don't know why, but like I just love making little sandwiches. So anyway, this taco thing, I was like, it's like a sandwich, but better. It was this tortilla, and that was a mind-blowing experience for me for the first time.
Yes, I totally understand your point, and especially after the bar in downtown, you just kind of walk outside at 1 a.m. and you are hungry because you drank a little bit, and then you
Yeah.
find this taco truck and you start eating tacos or quesadillas.
Or something. Yeah. All the Mexican food was the huge opening for me, right? I don't know if you guys have.
No, I mean maybe now we do, but
Yeah.
not when I was growing up.
Again, that was something mind-blowing,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
The other thing here,
I think the portions for me are mind blowing.
Oh,
there
the
is a biggest.
portions.
I feel like there is a biggest food cultural differences between the States,
Yes.
and the rest of the world, even including Europe, right?
yes.
The portions.
Oh, the sizes.
If you go to IHOP here, if you go to any
Oh.
like breakfast place or whatsoever, they'll bring you like the whole. What is
The
steak and eggs in the morning? Like why?
Okay.
No, don't get me wrong. It's fine. Like it's great. People love it. I don't mind.
don't.
But steak and eggs, it's like this piece of meat, like a huge.
Well, I feel like
And then-
it's very manly food. First of all, it's like man mostly. I've never seen a girl.
But
order
imagine
steak and
8 a.m.
eggs.
You're waking up, you're having your coffee, and
I
you just
can't. No, I can't.
just
I can't
eating
have
this.
meat in the morning.
Exactly.
I
For me, it's
can't.
the same.
You same? Okay.
Yeah, for
So
me,
this
it's
is
the
our
same.
culture. Like we don't really have meat unless like sometimes people have like sausages maybe.
in the
but-
morning with eggs. Yeah, but that's
I
about it.
don't do that. I just
Pancakes, the thickest pancakes
Oh,
in
okay,
the
the
world, like
pancakes.
3 to 5, just for you as a breakfast with the syrup and all of that
Yeah, that's
sweetness and
terrible.
stuff. I'm like, oh, another thing, fried chicken with waffles and syrup, and trust me, it's great, but it's also weird to me personally because it's savory
I've
and
s-
sweet at the same time.
I saw it. I've never tried it. It looks very weird to
I
me.
tried it. I tried it.
Like I had people order it next to me, but I'm like chicken and waffles. Like what is this? Like
know.
why would you? Okay, first of all, why would you eat fried chicken in the morning? This is like one thing,
Oh,
and then
God.
put it on a waffle that's made from pure basically dough, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is like dough, and then also this super sweet syrup on top. It looks terrible to me. I could never.
But
Okay.
I know that some people love it, and I actually kind of liked it. But also, if you think about the calories in every portion, so
Oh.
American portions are huge when it comes to the plate itself. The plate is
Absolutely.
really big, so you kind of place everything in there, which is great. Listen, like people have appetites, it's good, but you don't
Yes.
have to finish all of it. First of all,
No, okay. First, another thing. We live in Los Angeles, right? Where people don't move that much because everybody's driving. You're
That's
always in your
true.
car, and then you also have this huge portions, which is even like if you order avocado toast, which is supposed to be healthy and good, right? But if it's this big, when you finish it, and it's no matter how healthy it is,
I'd
it's
rather
like-
have the prices to be a little less and the portions to be less than the portions like it's just a lot of waste. What I see, and I've mentioned this before, we love America. We love living in LA. We love everything about it. But there is one thing which I would say I can even clearly judge. It's consumerism.
No, of course.
Consumerism, when people just eat food, and lots of the times I see there is so much waste in food here, so much waste. The way I grew up, especially post World War II thing, when people starved and all of that stuff, my mother and my father always taught me like you cannot throw away even a old piece of bread.
Yes, you
I
cannot
used to
throw away
literally
bread. We have that.
take to put it on like somewhere outside so the birds pick it up
Yes.
or stuff like that. But here I see like people just like bags of food that's being thrown away. Like nothing is really valuable as much. Like, oh, something is like really a little bit like an apple got bad, little bit, right? People say the whole apple, we're gonna throw it away, like stuff like that. I mean, I get that.
Yes.
But also, it's probably my PTSDs because the way we grew up. Like, I'm afraid to throw away food. When I buy food, I try to use it all. Like, I hate throwing away the food because knowing so many people are starving. Like, I feel bad to even like do that.
No, which was great. When I went to visit my parents back in Kiev, and where we live, we have a market next to our house. So it's like it's a full-on market, and they bring fresh food every day. So what my mom does, she buys food every day instead of going like once a month to the supermarket, buying a bunch of stuff and then throwing it away. She just buys like one tomato, and like one cucumber. She makes a salad out of it for this evening, and then they finish it, and food doesn't go to waste, which I love. And I call it the French way of living. Like, when you buy just food for the day and that's it.
Or like Costco.
Oh, right. Let's not get into that.
No, I think it's a great space. It's a great space to do shopping when you have a big family. But if you don't have a big family,
when you have a big family, it is. I don't get Costco. I don't like Costco.
Okay.
I don't want to be a
I like
Costco
Costco.
member.
I think Home Depot and Costco are the coolest stores. But there is a truth.
Okay.
It's just too much.
Yes.
Just too much. And even when it comes to desserts, besides the entrees, right? The size of entrees in America. Even desserts. I think the first time I ate the ice cream sandwich was here.
Okay.
Because you have the cookies, and some cookies have M&Ms in them or chocolate already, and they literally have this thick ice cream in between.
They do.
So it's like a double trouble. No, it's a triple trouble.
Triple trouble.
Yeah.
Again, daily calories just in one ice cream.
Exactly.
But but at the same time, the variety that they have here.
Oh, variety is amazing.
Right? I was so shocked. There are so many foods that I've never tried before that I've tried here again, starting with Mexican. I tried Indian food for the first time here. I've never had it in my life. I've never even knew that it's a thing. Yes. I tried it here. It was wonderful. The Thai food, again.
Oh, well, I think it comes to Los Angeles itself, like California. We're so blessed to have every type of food.
It is beautiful.
It is. And what I love about, when we talk about like Americans here, all of us who live in LA, we're very lucky because we can maintain the healthy lifestyle by eating healthier food. Like last time I went to a Chinese restaurant, right? And you were having a steamed fish, a steamed eggplant, tofu, even Korean barbecue, right? It's so kind of without oil. It's lots of salads around.
No,
it's so very healthy for you. Yeah, of course you eat a lot. That's why that's not healthy.
Well,
but
you don't have to eat a lot. That's the thing. It's just because there's huge portions. But again, if you stay mindful and you try things and you don't overeat, you can like freely eat normal good food in a normal quantity. Just, maybe have somebody to share it with so it doesn't go to waste. But again, I am trying never to finish the portions. It doesn't work all the time, but I'm like, okay, they bring me the portion. I visually divide it in like quarters. And I'm like, okay, this is how much I should leave because like this is a lot.
I just order like a salad and an entree for 2 people because I know I'm going to share. I'm not going to finish.
Yes.
I'm not going to like eat the whole thing. And if you think about it, America does have a problem of overweight. Lots of people are suffering from it.
Yes.
And if you look like, for example, to China or to Japan, they don't have this problem. But I think they eat a lot, but at the same time, what they eat, that's the main difference.
Probably. And also the movement part. Because I think here
in their culture, yes.
Yes, because there you work a lot. You run, you use metro, you use, public transportation, you walk to the store, you walk your dog. And here, like, even dogs have trolleys. So even dogs don't walk.
That's true.
But then that's a separate topic.
Well, I think there are different reasons why.
Yeah.
Because it's hot also.
No, that's true.
But I understand what
I've
you're
never
saying.
seen that
My
before.
father always says, and I'm talking about we're post-Soviet Union, rough countries, right? He said to me, like, if you want to have a dog, the dog has to have a purpose. I'm like, I thought only humans have purpose and goals. He's like, no, the dog has to have a purpose, and the purpose is to protect, meaning that he cannot be spoiled. He cannot sleep with you in the same bed. He cannot just like do all of those stuff. He has to know how to protect. So that's why that's why we never had small dogs. He
Okay.
was like, why on earth would you have a small? I love small dogs, don't get me wrong.
No, of course.
But we always had German Shepherds.
Okay.
Because German Shepherds are the protectors. Otherwise, he doesn't deserve his meal kind of thing. I know it's
Wow.
rough. I know. But that's the mentality of my father. And I totally get it, especially people who kind of grew up in a harsher environment where you had to like hardly work for every piece of bread you get. Yeah, of course. Of course.
Okay. Circling back to the food topic.
Yeah.
Is there anything from American food that you just cannot eat? Like this is disgusting for you. It's like something that is not working.
Wow.
There's a lot of things for me. I'm gonna circle back to
Well,
it, but I
let me
wanna
ask
know-
you first because I'm the
Okay.
person, I'm a foodie. I love food. I eat
okay.
everything I want. I never say no to myself.
Okay.
Even the ice cream sandwiches, I eat that too.
Okay. Okay.
I can talk about them in a negative way, but I do eat them.
Okay.
I just want to ask you first because you mentioned something earlier and I was
Oh,
so
yeah.
shocked because I actually love that thing. So what is your thing which you think is disgusting for you?
There's things that I discovered in the States and I don't understand how people eat that. It is first is biscuits and gravy.
What? Biscuits and gravy are the best, especially during holidays.
It's like it doesn't look good, it doesn't taste good, it doesn't smell good. I don't understand how people put that in their mouths. It's just it gives me the
The gag effect? Oh my
I
God.
cannot.
So on Thanksgiving, you eat turkey without the gravy.
Of course.
What? I cannot eat turkey without the gravy. See,
Well,
taste
I
different.
love that they do this cranberry sauce. I eat the cranberry sauce
Okay.
with the turkey, but gravy, no, I can't. I'm not even. Don't even like bring it to me. The other thing that I also discovered here, which I think is terribly disgusting, is mac and cheese. I don't even know what it is.
It's pasta with cheese.
But it's like covered in this. It's too much. I can't like me when I'm thinking
Yeah.
about pasta with cheese. It's like Italian pasta with some Parmigiano,
Yeah.
with some mozzarella. But again, it's like it's limited amounts of both pasta and cheese.
And this isn't just like swimming in
it is
cheese.
disgusting.
Yes.
Like
and especially melted cheese is
I don't
so
understand.
bad for you.
I don't understand it. I can't. I just like. I don't know.
I-
This is something that when people eat in front of me, I'm shocked. I don't
Okay.
know. I can't put it in my mouth.
I think I don't have anything in particular what I completely don't like.
Okay.
But there are things what's lacking in American food really to me personally. It's soups. Do you know, are there any good soups? Like I know chicken noodle soup, other like,
I did discover clam chowder here.
yeah, but it's English. No?
I think so, but I discovered it here.
Well, yeah, me
I think-
too. In San
yeah.
Francisco, in those like a
Yes.
bread bowls,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
super
yeah.
cool. Yes,
That was cool. Then I
but it's
discovered
very fatty.
it is very
yeah.
fatty
There's
again,
nothing.
yeah.
Yes, there are soups, but they're like their structure is not even like soup. It's
Okay.
more like
kind of more
like a
greasy.
greasy altogether kind of thing. That's why I like Korean soups. It's similar to my
Okay.
culture. It's like just piece of meat,
Okay, I'm not a big
couple of
soup eater,
vegetables.
so I don't really know.
That's the thing. I'm a big soup eater.
Okay.
I need soup. Like I love soup. Maybe it's my Kazakh part in me. Like without soup, I
Kazakh part
cannot.
in me.
It's like my gas. My gas.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
broth. So for me, when people are buying broth and still buying
Mm-hmm.
broth here, like in Erewhon for 20, I don't even know how much it costs, right?
Yeah.
I was like, you could just buy a bone and kind of like boil it. It would be damn healthier. And they're like
think
saying,
yes,
it's
but
it's a grass fed whatever. I grew up on
Yeah.
a farm.
Yeah.
Those things for me, when you buy in a can a broth, which is good for you, everybody, you gotta have broth because it's so good for you. It's stem cells, it's collagen, it's like all of those ingredients and nutrients you need.
Okay.
But I prefer to make my own. Like I just prefer making soups, and soups are so healthy. They're filling, and you overeat. It's great.
I guess I don't know. I feel like soups were invented in our countries because people were poor, and basically that's how they tried to make bigger portions with less food. But again, I'm not a big soup eater, but I get what you're saying. Another thing that I notice here, and I don't think it's disgusting, it's just so weird.
Okay.
It is so weird. So I went to this fair once, like fair, when it comes to this town, there's like different
Yeah.
like Ferris wheel and stuff, and they sell things at the stores, right? And people buy like popcorn or like something else. And then I see this thing.
Yes.
They sell pickles. Have you seen it?
They sell pickled peppers. I saw
No.
that.
Quick, a pickle, a cucumber. A
Oh
pickled
yeah,
cucumber.
I saw that.
And kids would buy them and just like, it's a huge, okay, hold on. So it's a huge cucumber, right? Pickled. And people just buy it like a hot dog, but it's just a cucumber.
And they just eat it.
And they just eat a cucumber. And I'm like,
By the way,
What is
guys,
that?
the pickled cucumbers and tomatoes we eat only when we drink vodka, the shots and the. Come on, that's true. That's true. No, that's a good like after you drink it and then you kind of have the pickle. But that's a cultural thing. I feel
Yeah.
like no, every table in the family gatherings used to have the.
but
we,
no. Oh, okay.
But our moms make those pickles ourselves.
absolutely.
Yeah, we never buy them.
I make my pickles. I actually recently made pickles. I was
You
so
did?
excited. Yeah. I
I'm
was
very
like,
proud of
oh,
you.
Yeah.
Another
Anyway.
thing, we were talking about the fairies, the popcorn, the difference between popcorn. In my
Okay.
country, we only have sweet popcorn.
Wait, really?
Yes. Here, when I came the first time, they're like, you want popcorn with the butter? I'm like, yeah. And I assumed it's sweet. And then when I tried, it was salty. I like it now.
Okay.
But back then, I was like, where's the caramel? They do have caramel popcorns too, but majority is salty. I did
Interesting.
not know.
For me, it was vice versa because we have a lot of, back in Ukraine, we have popcorn with cheese, and it's like, it's really tasty. Like, it has like this cheesy flavor and things, right? And here they don't have it. They just have butter popcorn. That's it, and then maybe caramel. That's it. But we have like this cheese popcorn. We have paprika popcorn, like all the tastes and like different stuff. And cheese popcorn was my favorite thing in the world. Like every time I would go to a movie, I was like, yes, give it to me.
I see.
But
There are so many. I love eating in Europe. In fact, like I would spend my summers.
Yes.
There is not a such thing in our countries or European like organic or non-organic. So you don't even have to ask. And here you buy eggs for like $8 because they're grass.
I still
fed.
don't know what it means, organic or non-organic. Like how can
No
egg be-
hormones, no hormones, no antibiotics added, and all that stuff. Because in America, everybody, when it comes to even eggs or meat or milks, right? The cheaper, for example, there are eggs for $2, but they will not be organic because they're filled with lots of stuff which might be bad for you. Again, I don't know if it's the big of a deal. Even fruits is the same way. I prefer that they say it because
Okay.
it's kind of fair. But at the same time, I think when I went to Europe, the Greek salad I ate, it was the best salad I've ever tried because their tomatoes are just
Yes,
it's from another
yes.
world. And
That's
I
true.
wonder in America. Again, it's just purely my mind. You don't have to like go with that, but
Plus, we're judging mostly on California, right?
Yeah, so-
mostly because again, I believe different states have different food.
Absolutely.
And yes.
we have so much like some people have land right on their backyards, but instead of like growing like fruit trees or growing something of their own, which doesn't take much time to grow, trust me, because I've done gardening while I was growing
Okay.
up. It's just morning, evening, water, automatic, perfect. But instead there's like a fake grass.
Fake grass.
Yeah.
Okay, I know. I think I have an answer.
But I would grow my own tomatoes.
I think there's
tomatoes
problems
suck here.
with water. There's not enough water to water your garden. That's why people
Yeah,
are...
but they water their grasses.
Well, I think that's very limited. Anyway, somehow I'm pretty sure there is problems with water. That's why it's not that many growing things. And again, maybe with soil as well.
I don't
But-
know. I personally think that growing at least something from your own food is also
Okay.
It's
No,
great.
that's great.
great.
I agree. I would probably grow something. I'm not a big garden person, but I would probably grow something. and
Tomatoes.
just
Can
be
we
very-
grow all tomatoes?
Right.
Because seriously, everywhere I go, tomatoes are just tasteless.
Okay.
They're so not.
Let's see. All right, we have a challenge. Nora's gonna
Yeah.
grow her own
I
tomatoes.
do not
bring
have
them to the studio.
If anybody has a house, anybody
You
who
can
is
grow them on
watching
your
us,
balcony.
No, I want to do it
Yeah.
like a legit, with
You can put the tray, grow tomato bush.
Yeah, tomatoes, it's a bush, but it's a small bush. And more bushes you have is better. Trust me, I've grown tomatoes. Every morning I used to
Okay.
wake up, wash my face, go to my garden, pick up the tomato and eat it right there. Oh, that was the best thing, which I
Nice.
miss.
Okay.
But
to
anyway.
conclude all this beautiful
to conclude all
conversation-
those beautiful conversations, we usually give tips and advices to people who watch us. And do you have any favorite spots in LA would you usually go?
I do, food wise, right? So there's a couple spots. I'm trying to like gather my thoughts together because obviously there's a lot of different things, a lot of
We're
different
blessed. Yeah, in LA.
places. Like if you're like Italian, this is the best place. If you're like this is the best place. But like overall, I have a place, and it was my struggle for a while to find good croissants
Oh God.
in Los Angeles.
Especially after
And-
Paris.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So anyway, I found this place which I love, and almost every Sunday, me and my husband would go and we buy croissants there.
Spill the beans.
It's nothing special. It's also like multiple locations in Los Angeles, so it's not like something special. But it's called Le Pain Quotidien.
Le Pain Quotidien. I know.
Yes.
I used to go there a lot. I love that
So
place.
I discovered that place for myself, and they have like good pastries, like all the different kinds of just croissants, some different other pastries, and they're like, they taste good. They're not huge. They're not overfilled, with like cream and like American people like to do
Oh,
it.
God, we're being so mean
We
today.
are so mean, but it is a great place if you guys looking for tasty croissants and some coffee. I recommend that place because it is definitely one of my favorites because I do go there almost every Sunday.
That's amazing. My favorite places would be places with good seafood and good meat.
Okay.
Yeah. So steakhouses in America are the best, just like the barbecue places. Anything
Okay.
related
Do you
to
have
that.
any specific place?
Texas.
Okay.
Texas for the barbecues. I swear to God, when I went to Texas, everybody was just ordering normal, and me,
Yeah.
I ordered like the whole rib, the like a whole
Okay.
plate. Everybody's like, "Who is that girl?" And my friend was like, "Are you gonna finish it?" He even took a picture of me. I was like,
Okay.
"Hell yeah, I will finish that," and I did.
Okay.
So my favorite place would be by the ocean, like restaurants by the ocean.
Give
where
me
I
one.
Can, Mostros, Moon Shadows.
One. One.
Okay, Moon Shadows, easy.
Moon Shadow is your
Yeah.
favorite. You can.
It's just where I go really, really often.
Okay.
Because they have this bar right by the water,
Okay.
and then they have freshest oysters. I mean,
Okay.
it's just nice because, seafood here is good, I gotta admit.
Okay.
So I do appreciate that. Like water grill, fully seafood.
I started eating oysters only here in the States. I've never had I mean, I tried them before and I
Yeah.
hated them.
But here they have a really good
I
selection
agree.
and quality,
Yeah, I
and
think
I love
so.
it. I really love East Coast oysters too.
Anyway, guys, so you can go to have some oysters and champagne at Moon Shadows or some croissants and coffee at Le Pain Quotidien. I hope I pronounce it right.
Quotidien.
Quotidien. Or
French people don't hate us.
Or sometimes I say Le Pain Quotidien, which means the everyday pain. Like pain. That's a joke. Anyway,
Ha ha ha.
I think we're gonna conclude it here.
Yep.
And it's great. Again, I love Los Angeles. I love all the foods. It is incredibly hard to stay in shape here.
Yeah, because everything is so inviting and tasty, and God, I'll be honest with you, we do have a problem of overeating sometimes too because we just love it so much. But guess what? We also have good advices, and we gave good advices to
did.
people about snacking, about what to do with juices, the sodas, and everything else. Just cut down the sugar, just cut down the gluten, calories, yeah, and just make sure that you have the intuitive thinking
eating,
when
yeah.
it comes to the food, because your body knows how much you need.
That's true. And then again, if you're craving something, just go and get it. You live once, enjoy your life, be happy. This was Just Fake It coming to Los Angeles.
That was me, Nora and Maryna, and we'll see you next week. We're going to talk about something really fun.
Oh, yes. And we're brought to you by Innovest Media.
Voice your passion, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.